Hey, what's up? This is UnrivaledSkyrim, and today I'm going to be doing this Total War Rome 2 battle replay. I was playing against my good friend Perseus, and he recently got this game, I would imagine like a few months ago, but he really wanted to play some Rome 2 battles, so I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So it's been a long time coming. He is playing as Rome, and I was playing as Lusitani. So on here he's called Imperator Decimus Gabinius Stolo. Now, don't ask me if if I know who that is, who that is, but I mean, I do know my Roman history, but I don't know like every single consul throughout Roman's history and stuff like that. So I would imagine I know quite a bit, but I don't know everything. So bringing Lusitani. I would say they're a mid-tier faction. It's just that they do have some strengths. I mean, they're veteran shield warriors, and their noble fighters are just phenomenal when it comes to a close quarters, just hard hitting unit that can just really be used effectively when they get a charge. But the problem is they have very poor armor. As you can see, these guys only have a bronze breastplate and a small shield. Other than that, I mean, they got helmets, but other than that, these guys have really poor armor. See only 30, and they have only a shield value of 5. So I'm sure their missile block chance is just very, very poor. So so if you come against a faction that can just field like some really bad missile units, let's say like Crimea or something like that, you'd be pretty much doomed if it's an open battle. So I'm gonna march forward. Let me go over my army real quick. I think I bring 6 these veteran shield warriors. I'm gonna bring some Lusitani spearmen. I think I do bring a Scutarii spearman. I didn't bring any guerrillas. I figured I wouldn't really have, after looking at this map when I picked it, that I wasn't going to have really that much terrain to hide behind. I mean, I could have hid them behind this little hill over here, I guess. And of course my generals in Lusitani know what. Now I'm using the strategic general to use second wind, so I can keep on using headhunt and not exhaust that unit. And I think I got 4 Scutarii. Okay, let's go over my... Oh, and I do have 3 Blair Slingers. Let's go over Perseus's army. He's got with him, I think what has he got? 4 legionary, 5 legionary cohorts, 2 veteran legionnaires, and a general's bodyguard. So very respectable. He did put upgrades in all of his units, and really not necessary. I mean, he is still relatively new to this game. He even put an upgrade to his general. In this game, it's really not necessary to put, unless you have, it's a huge money battle, to put upgrades on your units. Like, we are just playing on the large unit funds. And he does have 3 Praetorian Cav. So even though these are very, very tough Cav, they don't have Draco anymore, which used to make them really overpowered back in the day. I can't remember when they didn't. Actually, do they still have Draco? I don't think they do. Is Draco even an ability anymore? Because that used to be so effective. But I'm gonna actually be aggressive. I'm going to actually charge my Scutarii Cav. Scutarii Cav, I mean, even with Frenzy Charge, I mean, these guys have very poor armor. I mean, they have more armor than the veteran shield warriors, which doesn't really make sense. I guess the armor value is also given because of the horses, which I mean, they have these tassels or whatever, these hood ornaments, the head ornaments and stuff. But also, well, actually, I guess they have better shields. That's why. But I'm gonna charge forward, and while we're exchanging missile fire, I'm gonna charge forward. I'm gonna use frenzy charge. I'm gonna charge 3 units with 1 just to slow them down, and just to hold them in place. And I think I used my frenzy charge on that Scrutaria Cav way too late, and actually get caught. I was trying to wheel around my 3rd one to get around, and it got caught on just a few units. So that's actually going to that's really going to benefit him. These Praetorian Cav are just going to tear up my 1st unit Scrutaria Cav, and he's going to reinforce with his veteran legionnaires, and I need to be quicker in bringing these Lusitani spearmen. They do have cavalry counter tactics, and they are armed with javelins, so they're going to discharge them. And finally, I do get that Scrutaria Cav to rear charge these units. Now they're just holding them in place. I need to get these Lusitani spearmen into the battle really quick to have any chance of taking out these Praetorian Cav. I think that one unit, okay, this unit does come back from routing. It's going to route and it's going to come back, and I'm going to, I think I do see it, and bring it back into battle. So I'm going to reinforce with some more veteran shield warriors. I was going to charge outright. I was going to come at him kind of at an angle. I need to take out his cav first to have any shot, and I am focusing fire on his. He did bring these Syrian archers, but these Syrian archers can be more than a match for my Balearic, so I'm going to use kind of my downhill terrain to my advantage and just focus fire on them, and I'm actually winning. He did rout, I think, one of my Balearics, but I bring them back. Seeing that my cav kind of need more help, I'm going to actually bring another unit of Scutarii cav, my last one, because he doesn't have any more over here since he had placed all his heavy cav on his right flank. So this is when I'm going to bring in my general. I need to take out this flank to have any chance of winning, because these legionary and veteran legionnaires, I mean, they can take out they can be more than a match for my veteran shield warriors, even with the charge, I think. But here, these Lusitani nobles, I'm going to get them in. They're going to charge and just wrap around this legionary cohort, so it's going to die. I think I'm going to wait to use headhunt. So yeah, see, my Scutarii Cav, only 15 kills, just getting torn up as his Praetorian Cav, which are still relatively healthy, even getting charged by Lusitani spearmen with counter cavalry tactics. So yeah, here, this unit back here, it comes back from routing, so I gotta get him back into the fight. And so this is unit 2. This unit comes back too, and I see it immediately, and I'm like, okay, I gotta bring that unit back. So let's see, I don't think I've used headhunt yet. Okay, there goes headhunt. So my guys are going to be tearing up this legionary cohort. It's losing current combat. It's gonna die relatively quick, and we're still exchanging missiles, but I'm pretty much winning. And I'm going to switch targets to this healthier Syrian archer. So still 3 Balearic slingers against his 2 remaining Syrian archers. So Perseus, he's going to start losing this flank. I just have numbers against him, and the reason why I keep these units back here is just to anchor his forces. I don't want him, if he breaks off a unit to reinforce, I can just go ahead and intercept that unit with one of mine. So this is my holding force, while my flanking force, overruns his right flank and gets the job done. So that's why I brought my general over here. I need this hard-hitting unit to punch a hole in his units over here, or at least hold them long enough for me to bring my victorious Scutarii Cav, or my invictorious is that even a word? I don't think it is. Which were pretty much beaten back by his Praetorians. Now I'm using them to get counter charges. Here, this was kind of a clumsy charge. I'm going to charge the front of this veteran legionnaire. At least I'm going to knock them down. And I don't keep them into that fight very long. I'm going to get them out of there. And here I'm going to break off this Lusitani spearman and just countercharge this legionary cohort just to hold it in place. As I said before, he broke away one unit, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up one to intercept. Which that was my plan the whole entire during this stage of the battle, was just if he was going to reinforce over here, then I'm going to reinforce, just mirror his actions. So here I'm going to charge again, and these guys are just going to be knocked down. This veteran legionnaire, I mean, it's just tanking out, and it's got over 183 kills. It's a crazy amount. So Roman infantry is just, I mean, probably some of the most cost-effective units in the game, because they can just be so tanky at times, especially against these low armored. I mean, yeah, I mean, a unit like veteran shield warriors have good melee attack and I mean, not so good weapon damage, but good melee attack and a good charge bonus of 30. See, these guys only have a charge bonus of 14. But here, this is when I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and charge. So, veteran legionnaires losing 15 units or 20 units pretty much off the charge. And these, let's go ahead and get some close-ups. I always like, I don't know why I always do this, but I like to take the thumbnails during the, while I'm making these videos. It's kind of like, that's my style, I guess. That's not very good. Good thumbnail. Not a good picture. But yeah, on the left flank, I pretty much successfully, even though I lost a lot of cav against this Praetorian cav, in the long run, I just had more numbers, and I was able to reinforce when I could, and eventually just overrun his left flank. And now his units are just gonna get swamped and massacred. I was gonna take another screenshot. Gonna have to delete that one. But let's take a look at the statistics. That was a close victory. So let's see here. My general getting 171 was able to, and like he lost like barely any units. So so one thing, if you're playing against, well, if you're using Lusitani, you don't want your opponent to have the ability to use their skirmishers on your very low armored, you know, your heavy infantry, because they'll just drop like flies with only what was it, 30 armor, with only 5 of the shield strength or whatever. And that goes with Lusitani, or excuse me, the Scutarii cav. They're just very under, or I mean, they have relatively good shields, but they're not very armored. So, like a unit, a Praetorian cav, this one got 110 kills, and it's getting surrounded, and you know, with spearmen and other units of cav, and I even had one unit of veteran shield warriors into that mix. So, I mean, Lusitani or Scutarii cav, I mean, I've had. They're not going to do very well against very heavy melee cav. It's very underpowered melee cav in my opinion, and that's kind of a shame, because I would imagine the Iberians had very awesome, you know, melee cav. I mean, Hannibal used mercenary Iberian cav in in his campaigns against the Romans. But yeah, my veteran shield warriors did their job, and so did my Balearic slingers. And thank God for my Lusitani spearmen, because if I didn't have them, his Praetorian cav would have just eaten my Scutar. I mean, they even did eat my Scutarii cav for dinner. But yeah, this unit of veteran legionnaires got over almost 200 kills. That's to be expected. But other than that, his legionary cohorts didn't. They didn't do very well. It's because they were outnumbered, and I was just able to overrun his right flank, my left, and just pretty much dictate everything. And I certainly had numbers against him, so I was able to use my numbers, overrun his left flank, and finish the battle with a charge and surround him. So good game to Perseus. I do have another battle to show, and that's gonna between me and Perseus. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be the next one I do commentary over. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Peace.